head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
This Dennis came from Cleveland. I've been a Cleveland Browns fan since the 60s. And I heard rumors that the Browns are thinking about getting Carson Wentz. I want to know why. Haven't Cleveland fans been through enough without getting Carson Wentz? And I don't understand this. He proved not to be a good player. So why would Cleveland waste their time with bringing in somebody like that after seeing his play in the past? Thank you.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Scott, and again, I get it. There is nobody that you're going to sign that's a veteran quarterback that Browns fans are going to go, wow. Wentz has played and had some success in the NFL, which is why the Browns are looking at him. And he's not going to cost $30 million a year.
No, you nailed the first two, or the two biggest things, Dave. First, there's not a lot of quality or high top-end quality quarterbacks out there. There just aren't. So when you get to this tier that the Browns are working with, I would say outside of Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, I think those guys are in their own class. And then you get a bunch of guys that have starting experience but are now backups in this league. Can they win some games for you? Maybe. It's been a long time since Carson Wentz has played a significant amount of time during a season. I think he had one start last year when they rested Mahomes in Kansas City at the end of the year. But he is a guy that was in the MVP running the year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And then he gets hurt. Nick Foles comes in, takes him on that Super Bowl run. I think the Eagles were 11-2 with Wentz as a quarterback, as a starter. He was in that MVP discussion, like I said. So there have been glimpses there. Obviously, he's not lived up to the number 2 pick in the draft. He flamed out with the Colts and he flamed out with the Commanders. So, and that's after the Eagles. So I get it, but I think he belongs in the discussion of that tier of guys, whether it's Joe Flacco or Carson Wentz. I mean, there's just not a lot of guys out there right now that you look at and say, okay, this guy's going to be a huge upgrade. He gives you a chance to win games right away as a starter. I mean, Jameis Winston was kind of in that group, and I think he was the best one of those. And then he went and signed with the Giants over the weekend.
The other thing, nobody thought that Sam Darnold was going to win 13 regular seasons. There's going to be a guy, I don't know who it is. If I did, I'd tell everybody and look smart. There's going to be a guy that signs that gets the opportunity to start a bunch of games in the NFL and wins a bunch of games, because every year there's one or two like that.
Yeah, you're right. Now, it's interesting. If you look at Wentz and compare him to Kenny Pickett, right, who the Browns traded for, and you ask me who's got the better chance to strike gold with this year, find that diamond in the rough, it's interesting. I would lean toward Pickett, and I would say that because he's younger. He hasn't had as many opportunities as Wentz had that he didn't take advantage of. Pickett went, I think it was 14-10 as a starter in 2 years with Pittsburgh. Then he goes to Philly, goes 1-0 in his only start. And then the Browns get him. So I think there's a chance he's a former first-round pick. But Pickett, he doesn't have a huge arm. He doesn't have great athleticism. Well, that's the difference with Wentz. Like, Wentz has had opportunities and has not succeeded at the level that you would expect him to, or that you'd hope that he would. Yet, he's got a real big arm. He's a big dude. He can run with the ball. So you see, like, both guys would have that chance to catch lightning in a bottle. But given his age, given the lack of, I guess, opportunities, I would think Pickett would have a better chance.